Hey you guys, okay, so today we are doing a Q&A video. In a recent video, I asked you guys to ask me questions that I would answer in an upcoming Q&A, which is happening right now. So I love these. I think it's fun. I can share some more personal things that, I wouldn't make a video about, that I wouldn't really, think to say a lot of times. It helps you guys kind of get to know me, and if you've been watching a long time, usually there's always something new that you find out, or there's something new going on. And what am I looking at? Okay, yeah, don't pay attention. I'm washing my duvet cover. Pay no mind. Now let's jump in. The first question is a question that I knew I would get. I looked at these questions a couple of days ago, and usually when I do Q&As, I don't read any of them, and I just looked to see if I was even getting questions, honestly, and I just saw like the popular question was this question, so I answered her because I felt like it, and I will answer it for you guys because I have not addressed it. So, boobies, okay? Now listen, let me just tell you, I have answered people on DMs, I have offered people advice, everyone in my life that are my friends or that my family, there's no shame in that game. I'm 35 years old. I got mine done when I was 33. I made a good informed decision. I have said many times, especially when I did my video on the tiny bit of lip filler that I got, and I've said this over the years, my stance has not changed 1 second on surgery, on filler, on Botox, on anything, because I've always said I'm comfortable in how I look. I'm comfortable with myself. I'm confident. I feel like I grew into my confidence more so in my 20s, my mid to late 20s especially, in your 30s especially, and I said this exact phrase in a video. If I got my boobs done when I was 19, 20, 21, when I first got money to where I could pay for, where I would do that, to jump on and do something like that, I'd be sitting here with a much different result, because I would have gone way too big. I would have probably selected the wrong thing for me, and who knows if I would have gone to, who knows who I would have gone to. So the question of, oh, Tiffany, I thought you were confident. That's the whole point. I didn't do any of that because I lacked confidence, or because I didn't like the way I looked, or because I wanted to look like someone else. I see so many people talking about, I want this nose. Which I've never had my nose done, okay? Which, listen, if I did care about what people thought, I would have got my nose done the first day I started YouTube, because y'all used to hammer me with that. Oh, Tiffany, your nose, your nose. I don't get that so much anymore lately. So who knows? Times have changed. Nose jobs aren't the cool thing right now. But, I would have done all that from day one. That's not what I'm doing. So when I say people, show people, oh, I want these lips, I want this face, I want this nose, I want these boobs, I don't think like that. I do my research. I go in and I say, this is how I look, and I want to address this or that, and I want to enhance this, or I want to still look like myself, And with filler, Botox, sure, you can make bad decisions and have a bad result, and it could even be dangerous. So you have to make your decision on that. But that's a lot less invasive than, say, a breast augmentation. I never wanted, and I said this on Instagram, I've answered this many times. I'm well aware that doing a video from beginning, middle, and I would have gotten so many views. It would have been a popular video. Would it have helped people? Sure. But would it have influenced a lot of people to do it that may have not been in a headspace to have thought of it on their own? Or I don't want to be that push for anybody to get a surgery. I think that there's a very fine line. Like on YouTube, you see people doing all those videos, and I get it. It's helpful. Would I have loved to have shared that experience? And I'm still going to honestly give you guys the few tips that I'm going to give you that are really all you need to know, so stick with me. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do that and bring people to my channel for that reason and influence someone to do something that honestly will never have the same exact experience as me. In my circle, in my friends, people that are, that know me, whatever, sure, we talk about it. But if I do a video on this, I don't know who you're going to. Your result could be night and day. I don't want to ever influence anyone to do something dangerous, and I'm telling you, a surgery, it's dangerous. You hear people say, oh, it's not a big deal, it's not a big deal. I'm just very much like, yes, these things are a big deal, and I'm happy that I did it when I was older and was able to go in and make a good decision. I did it for myself, not to please anybody, not to, and that's the thing. When I got my lips done, do I feel like a different person? No. I did it because it was something that I wanted to do to enhance something that I already liked. I wasn't doing it to, oh my gosh, I don't like myself. Let me make myself look like a different person. Oh my gosh, I have no confidence. I hate the way I look. If I get boobs, it'll make me feel better. Hell no, that will never fix any internal problems. So that's what I'm saying. My stance has never changed on that. I'm very happy with everything, but I will say you have to do your research. Granted, if I did a video, sure, you might, if you were already in the mindset of doing it, those that were really just watching for like, you know, resource value, you could pick up some things, but there's a lot of people, most people are going to watch that really aren't planning to do it, and I don't want to influence anybody to do that. So I'm very particular about that. I take that very seriously. So you won't see that from me. Although, is that what this is? I don't know. You'll see honesty. That's what this is. But I will say, and hopefully you'll take what I just said to think like, wow, I don't need to get my boobs done. Wow, I don't need to do lips. Now, if you already are thinking about it, like what I said, like things that I thought for years, you know, I like the way I look, but it would be cool to have a bit plumper lips. Let me see do my research and like see what that's all about. Or, you know, with boobs, it wasn't just like, oh, I want big boobs, let me go get them when I was younger. I went my whole 20s, early 30s, teenage years, it was fine. Finally, you know, at 33 when I was like, you know what, I want to do this for myself. It's something that I want to do for myself. I don't want to go my whole life and think, gosh, you know, what would it be like? You know, I really want to look this way. I don't want to wear these big old padded bras anymore. Like, it was something for me. It was a great experience. It wasn't a walk in the park. Any surgery is not super easy. I never watched a single YouTube video about it. You don't need to get your info about surgeries on YouTube. I'm sorry. I know that there's people that you can get advice from this or that. Ask your friends. Talk to my girlfriend. People that I know. I know. But then you're watching me, and hopefully this isn't influencing you to do it. It's influencing you not to. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but if you're gonna do it, don't get any strip mall boobies. I was gonna say another word. No strip mall boobies, okay? There's plastic surgeons that are literally everywhere. Find someone that has privileges at a hospital. The place I went had, you know, offices in different places. Their surgery center was actually on the campus of a hospital. Someone that had a great reputation with the hospital. And, you know, with a lot of people that I personally talked to, you know, do your research. Just cut it here and just like end it. No. I just wanted to get that out of the way because I saw that and I knew I was gonna get that question, and I'm like, you know, I do want to address it, but I want to do it in a way where I literally, hopefully, let me think. Did I get out everything I wanted? Maybe, maybe not, but I hope you get what I'm saying. And oh my gosh, and then someone's like asking what type, how many. Listen, let me tell you, don't ever ask anyone that question, okay? You need to go to a doctor, because let me tell you, someone with much more giant boobies than me may have a tinier implant, okay? It depends on where you start. Don't ask people how many cc's they have unless if their body type and their boobies were exactly a mirror image of your own when you started, and don't even do that. Just go to someone that you trust that can look at you, and you're not a doctor. No one on YouTube is a doctor. Your friends aren't doctors. Ask them their recommendations and their personal experiences, but as far as types, you need to talk to a professional. Any new home renovations plan, the pool and yard look amazing. Thank you. I want to do a video on it, but again, sometimes I'm like, guys, here's my pool area, here's a video, here's a tour, and it's like I don't want to feel like I'm like, look at this, you know? But that's what I'm doing, so I don't know. Maybe I'll do that soon. Question, why didn't you never reach 1 million subs? Listen, I didn't ever know. I would rather have 100 people. I'd rather have, that even to me is like, whoa. I'd rather have 25 people that are like down people that like me, that are here for it, that are genuine, that are cool, than have 2 million people that are watching just for like train wreck value, or watching because I'm popular and want to watch me. So I don't know. I don't have an answer to your question. Listen. What are my thoughts about Nicole Kidman's face? I think it's good. Let me tell you, Nicole Kidman looks a hell of a lot better than a lot of us do. So let's just, good Lord. Nicole Kidman's face, girl, I ain't worried about it. She's gorgeous. Don't worry about it. How do you stay slim? The struggle is real, girl. Let me tell you, I don't feel like I'm very slim right now, but I feel good. I don't feel like I'm teeny tiny. I feel like, you know what it is? It's literally, I feel like I'm kind of curvier. About staying slim and all that. If you have a, like, I say this all the time, just don't have any major habits, like bread. I don't think I could ever say I'm cutting out bread or carbs. You see all these extreme things. I don't think you ever have to cut out anything. I think you just have to like say, well, I'm not gonna have a loaf of bread with dinner every night, or I'm not gonna eat white bread on a sandwich twice a day, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? If you go to a restaurant where you like the bread, girl, eat the bread. But maybe don't stop at McDonald's every single morning. McDonald's breakfast is my weakness though, so, you know, just make good choices. sugary thing. I don't know. Just make good choices. Don't, you know. Please make a video about your personal life. It's such a mystery, is it? I don't know. I feel like why would it even be a mystery? But I feel like I've talked about a lot of stuff. But and then people, are you gonna vlog again? If there's something, like if we go on a trip or if we do something where I want to, yes. I don't vlog trips really when we go. I found that it's much more personal. I've learned that over the years. This is my 11th year doing this. Is that right? I started 2008. I've tried on so many different things, literally. But vlog videos or doing this or that. And you see a lot of people doing that now, filming every day or doing whatever. And I learned very early that was not what I was willing to do to make a buck, that's not what I was willing to do to make this work or to make this into something that could be successful. I feel like I've done that without having to do that, but it's not that I'm I don't want to share my personal life. If something's relevant, I'll do it. I just don't like forced things. So I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing it my way. About my wedding ring, I do wear two. I do have different ones. This is mine, my original one. I always wear my same bands. This is my solitaire that I changed 4 years ago. We got just a classic round, really beautiful. I love this so much. I'll never get rid of this. The other one that you see me wearing, that's a little more blingy and sparkly. That was really a lot. That was one that we got on its own. It wasn't a wedding set. It was just a beautiful, beautiful ring that I just fell in love with. And but I like both. I don't know. This is my I really feel like this is my wedding ring though. This is my personal one. I don't know. It's just fun. What was the best and worst parenting advice that you were given, even if it was unsolicited? I got a lot of that. Okay, maybe even you gave it. My baby boy is about to turn 9 months old and it's exciting and scary all at once. And let me tell you, I hate to say this, but again, it was the same thing with the boobs and stuff. Take advice from the people in your circle. Don't get caught up in books and the online world. When I was pregnant with Olivia, I did a pregnancy vlog every week, and I, afterwards gave some updates, and then I just, made a decision that I don't want people to say, oh, those are the wrong shoes. Girl, she's perfectly fine. Oh, she's eating the wrong foods. No, perfectly fine. You're holding her wrong, you're doing this wrong, or do that. Perfectly fine, okay? Let me tell you, if social media existed in the 80s, all of our mamas would be locked up and in jail. It's fine. Kids are fine. And I think everyone has to latch and be an literally, you have to, everyone has to be an expert about something. They have to latch on to something. And, in a lot of cases, women that have kids and stuff make themselves parenting experts to then come the internet and tell everyone what to do and what not to do. I hate to say it, but your kid will figure it out. You will figure it out, okay? You don't have to be so rigid with things. Get them on a good schedule, but don't be like a drill sergeant. And I mean a bedtime schedule, whether you're holding them all night, which I did with Olivia for a long time, a shameful amount of time, or whether your kid is sleeping in a bassinet or sleeping in their own room by themselves. Do whatever works for you. Everyone's different. Again, everything is so different. But the worst thing I ever did, I think, was a couple of months before, I was like, Tiffany, gonna be prepared, you're a smart person, get all these parenting books. And I read all these books that documented all of the problems that could happen, all of the diseases, all this, all that. I cannot my mind can't handle that, okay? Unless if you're birthing your baby in a field with no medical assistance and you're not receiving any prenatal care, I'm just going to be honest with you. You don't need a book that's going to freak you the hell out, and I would just say stay away from that in general. You're going to be anxious and aware and informed enough of all of the possibilities when you go to see your doctor, and they'll take care of you, okay? Read up on things that are a concern. I got some tips about breastfeeding and read a whole book on that and was like, yes, I'm so prepared. And that didn't work out the way that I expected. And I read the whole freaking book. And then the book about all of the crazy shit that could happen, none of that happened. And I literally made myself a nervous wreck. So take advice from people that you trust, advice that you want. People will give you the unsolicited advice, but just let it be that and do what you want to do. Oh, nice. I feel like I already did this a little bit. Someone said, would you mind speaking about the topic of injectables? How do you feel about them now? Best thing you ever did. Crunch of the Botox needle in your forehead. Ooh. That's the thing. I don't want to make you do anything. I want to make you, if you're already, she's on the verge. She's into this. go talk to somebody. Most places you can go and get a consultation, look around, make sure that this person has, you know, some credentials, make sure the place is good, and start small and tell them, like, make sure that the person talks to you for a long time before they start doing anything to your face. Because, like, when I went the first time, she was like, let me see how you move. And, like, look, I can really go to town, okay? I just can't crunch up this, which is what bothered me, because this would get weird, and it was honestly uncomfortable to do that for me. So I'm great. Like, this is good. And yeah, honestly, the lips are not bad. The Botox is what freaked me the hell out. Like, ugh, it makes me feel sick. Just the whole thing. Like, just the thought of when Missy does mine, she holds like a little vibratey thing, so you feel it, but it distracts you. And when she does my Botox, you can do that too, so you won't hear the little. Do you have a guideline for saving for the future, and what's your opinion on parents paying for college? I'm answering questions that have like a lot of thumbs up I'm going through. We save like crazy. We live below our means. I'm not going to blow it out on like a lot of crazy stuff. Our cars are paid for. Do I want to go out and buy some brand new car? Sure. Do I have cars that I like? Sure. My car's just fine. Like, you know, it's helped saving and like living within our means help us like pay for our houses quicker, pay for things in cash, and buy things when you can afford them. And I think that's the whole thing. And I'm not just saying, I'm saying that is the whole key to saving, is that you can't save if you don't have anything to save. So if you've like financed the hell out of stuff, which everyone, you do that a little, but if it's to the point where you have no money to save, then you've done too much. You know what I mean? Then you're way beyond like what you should, you know what and I hate to say that. I'm not an expert. I'm not talking like I am. I'm just freaking answering the question from my own point of view. I hate a cringe. I'm not trying to sound like I know it all or that like I'm smart about any of this stuff. I'm just explaining our point of view. Brad and I are both self-employed. So years and years ago, we got a financial advisor, which that is wonderful because, you know, we both have to, because I literally have to put away for our retirement. Do you know what I mean? Like, we have to do that, whereas most jobs do that for you. And, you know, so that's nice. That's a good peace of mind. That person can also help you with like investments. If you do any kind of like stock things or anything like that, you know, you have to invest for your future. And for me, you know, I love our home. I love doing what we're able to. We could go out and do all this crazy crap, but at the end of the day, I want to be comfortable. I want to, you know what I mean? I just want to be smart for the future. And about paying for college, what's your opinion on parents paying for college? I don't know if you're talking about like the whole scandal thing or just parents paying for college in general. If you've got the money and you want to pay for your kids' college, like go for it. We have Olivia's college saved for, and it's like you do that. But when she gets that age, she might go a totally different direction. She might get a scholarship. Like, I'm just not, whatever. Do you know what I mean? My big thing that I have an opinion on is like loans. I don't know. I feel like if you're going on a track where you know your parents can't pay for school and you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want this specific thing, and you know you have to go to a certain place to do it, and you know you can plan and you know that you can pay it back, then do that. But I know so many people that just went to a college, got student loans, and they don't even have a job where they went to college for, and it's just a nightmare. I didn't know what I wanted to go to school for. When I went to Kennesaw State University, which is a really nice school. It's a wonderful school, but I was able to commute there. You know, my parents weren't gonna pay for me a place to live. I worked through college too, but I also saved and didn't want to throw all my money into an apartment, every little penny that I made, you know, or I got an academic scholarship, so my parents didn't have to do that. I knew, you know, that I knew I wasn't gonna go out of school for college. My parents weren't gonna pay for that. I knew that, you know, even like a lot of universities in state that, you know, they'd have to pay for my housing and stuff. Like, they made it clear that that wasn't gonna happen. So, and it worked out really well. You see people that went to all these like you know, what they thought or what their parents were excited about saying, you know, where they went, or places that was like cool to go. And a lot of those people aren't killing it. I hate to say that, but I'm just saying it doesn't matter, you know, do what you want to do. But yeah, if your parents want to pay for your college, I think that's great. You know, if it's something that you want to do, like, don't throw money away and just send your kid to college and make them go. That's my opinion. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of weirdness. The Hydro Boost Body Balm is $6, not $5. Oh my gosh, it was $1 off, y'all. And that's something that is under $5 a lot of places. Maybe take my recommendations. And sometimes it does fluctuate depending, you know, if you get something from Walmart, if you get something from CVS, if you get something from Target, like especially if it's a brand like that, they always kind of, you know, they can definitely fluctuate. A detailed look into your beauty closet. Did that video? No, it's not out yet. It's not out yet, so like not a big deal. But no, I am gonna do a video on that. It's just, y'all know how I am. I'm like, okay, well, I'll wait till this is totally done or that's totally done. I have these thoughts like, well, maybe I want to do that. Maybe I want to do like a fun color behind the thing, and it's like, I ain't never gonna do that. I need to just share it and get on with it, so I will do that. If you could wear one perfume for the rest of your life, what would it be? Same with candles. The perfume would probably be Gucci too, because it's floral and feminine, but it's also really classic, and Brad loves it. And the candle would definitely be the, what is it, the Bay from Diptyque. That's just my all-time favorite. Jennifer said the second season of Big Little Lies just dragged on. I agree. She says that she feels like young women getting fillers cosmetic at a young age. How do I feel about that? It can be a slippery slope. I think I addressed a lot of that. Glad I waited to get that done. I just was able to make a more informed decision. It is a slippery slope, and it's this thing, like she goes, i.e. Kylie Jenner. Well, that's the problem, is Kylie Jenner isn't the problem. You know, she's gorgeous. Do what you want to do. Don't hate on that. The problem is that, you know, there's a lot of people maybe with a mindset of, oh, I want to look like this or I want to look like that. I think it starts at home. Like, you just have to kind of tell your kids not to. I think it's just about building up our kids and building up people, and like, not even kids, but I mean, I'm talking like 20-year-olds and stuff, 30-year-olds, anybody that's influenced by someone's looks to make a radical change. And to me, I do feel like that is radical. Like, you're paying to go get a surgery. Your, you know, lips, Botox, not as intense as I said as like a surgery, like a breast augmentation or something. But the whole idea behind it is, I don't look like that and I want to look like that. I'd be confident like her if I did that, or I would feel this way. And at the end of the day, that's just not what it is. And then you do something else to try to feel different. You try to do something else. That's the problem. And I think when you are young, you have a tendency to not be as mature about making those types of decisions or recognizing that that is a problem. Another question, what does Brad do for work? Every Q&A video I get this, and I've answered this. I feel like every Q&A, and has changed over the years. And, you know, he got his real estate license when we were doing our, you know, just for getting like rentals for us to like buy rental property or like keep an eye on that. And then he thought, well, maybe, you know, I'll do that and, you know, sell a little bit. If I've got it, I could, you know, get into that a little. It was basically just something like on the side for fun. But we're both self-employed. We both, like I said, we have investments. You know, I do this, you know, we have investments. We have, you know, we have rental property, and we just kind of made that work for us. He quit his 9-to-5 when Olivia was born. So yeah, like this girl says, the key to filler is finding an injector that understands how your face is aging. That's the whole thing, is it's all about the people that you go to. Did you find a new amazing bra? No, no. I already talked about that. Let me tell you though, I feel now, for the first time in my life, like I have real boobs, which, I mean, as opposed to and when you see me in clothes and t-shirts, I don't even look that different. If you see me like where I have, you know, where you can see my chest, it looks different. It looks fuller, obvious. You know, that's where it looks different. Or in like a swimsuit or something. I like it because they still look like me. They still look like my boobs, you know? With the whole bra thing, like I said, I feel like I've had real boobs for the first time, because I used to wear the thickest, craziest bras. And honestly, I was sick of it. That's really kind of what drove me to do this. I was just so sick of it. I was so sick of wearing the giant padded bras. And it wasn't because I wanted to look like I had big boobs. It wasn't because I just wanted to look proportional in outfits. If I just had like tiny boobs that like looked decent, it's not even like, oh, if you have small boobs, you don't have to wear a bra. No, girl, like I had nothing. Like I had to wear a bra just to get a little bit of shape. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like would be considered small boobs for most people. It was a lot. So, okay, whatever. But yeah, you can find some good bras. And I do like, what I do like though, are the Victoria's Secret t-shirt bras. And they make all different kinds. So she says, you've been blonde for a long time. Do you ever think of going back to darker shades? I literally go, you'll see me, if you've seen me from the beginning on this channel, blonde, dark, blonde, dark, blonde, dark, long, short, longest hair, shortest hair, longest hair. It's like, I don't know. I really don't know. What I do like though, and you guys have noticed this over the years because you're always constantly telling me to get my hair done. Not really so much lately. I feel like it looks really good lately because I got a root shadow. And you can still see the blonde and stuff, and especially if I part it different ways, but it's not just like a line. It's kind of like a, you know, at least it looks a little more natural. But With blonde, I don't like it when I first get it done, when it's always like up close to my roots. I love it the most when it's grown out enough to where most people would be going back to like get their hair done again. I like the dark up top. I like the dark underneath. But I do like the blonde. So I really love that I could probably rock this for maybe like 6 months and be cool. Because the more it grows out, it'll just be fine, you know? I'm just gonna do like a real intense like grow out and just see what happens. See, I think it looks fine. I like it. But hairstylist wanted to put a little more blonde when I went last time, and I'm like, I just want it dark. I just want it dark around my face. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna let it see. I'm just gonna see what happens. We're just gonna see what happens. Have you ever considered getting a Prada double cure bag? I have no idea what the hell that is. I don't know bag names. I really don't. Unless if it's like a Chanel flap or a Louis Vuitton, something like basic stuff. I don't know what the name of stuff is. The only Prada bag, have I had another Prada bag? The only Prada bag I think I've ever had is my diaper bag. And I love it. And it was the best ever. I still use that thing. Would you be willing to talk more about earning money from real estate and rental investment properties? I've talked about it a lot, and I get it. I just don't want to see, whenever I start talking about this, I don't ever want to seem like I don't want to sound like I'm, oh, well, here's what you do, and here's what you do with that. I've talked about it a lot, but it just happened by accident. We kept our first house and turned it into a rental, and then saw how easy that was. Or not easy, I don't want to say it's easy, but it is. You hear people make such a big deal about rentals, and oh my gosh, I have to do that. It's like, if the AC goes out, which it did the other day, and we had to replace a whole system, which doesn't happen often. Okay, hopefully that won't happen for another like 15 years. Call you up and you call your person and get them over there. You're never driving over in the middle of the night. You're never bothered. You have to do background checks. That's my only thing I will say. If hire a company, if you're not a realtor, have a realtor, ask them about if they can do this, or if they work with someone that does like rental management or property management. Usually, like if you list a house for rent, the realtor will put it on the MLS and stuff, but the person that they're affiliated with, whoever that manages rentals, will literally take the applications. You never even have to do that or meet anyone. They will run the background checks, and then like in 5 or 6, whatever, they'll come to you with like 3 or 4 applicants, and you look at their like everything from employment, credit history, their past history with rental, everything, personal, just whatever they fill out on the rental application, and you can decide. You just don't want to blindly let people rent your house. And it usually works out really well. That company can also take a percentage of your rents every month and actually handle everything from, you know, upkeep. If there's a problem, they call them, they collect the rents. We don't do that. That has been so easy to do on our own. It's never an issue. Like, I mean, that just happened like maybe a week or like 2 weeks ago with the AC. And I don't think we had heard from her for like almost 8 months, and it was just something nice we were talking about. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just, it's pretty good. How do you, Brad, get through hard times like arguing with each other? I'm fighting with my boyfriend a lot. It's hard because, like, you know, the day-to-day things are going to come up, stress, you're going to bicker and, you know, get at each other. But I think with everyone, there's like a line, I'm sure, like, I don't know what they're going through. And, you know, obviously if it's dangerous, or if you're like feeling a little off about it, or something is wrong, that it's like a little too intense, or the fighting is not just a little bickering, but it's like gone to like you feel bad and you're just like, ugh. That's different. Don't get into that. Don't get too deep with someone that, I mean, it will never change if you marry. If when you get married, if anything, that brings out more stress. No, we try not to take things too seriously. We try to communicate a lot. And I've always said this, we respect each other's interests, and, you know, we don't smother each other, but we're with each other all the time. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. We just enjoy each other. And so little arguments, little fight, it's just, you know, being honest with each other. It's just, yeah, okay, I don't know. More decor hauls or decorating vlogs coming up. I mentioned this in my last video. I've got a lot of stuff. I mean, oh gosh, sometimes I just feel stupid saying, here's my living room, and here's the changes, here's my this or that. And I kind of want to show you guys some tips for in our guest bedroom. I recently kind of rearranged it, and it's a tiny room. And I thought, I've got a lot of tips to share for tiny rooms, because most of the rooms I've lived in, this room's a pretty good size. But bedrooms, usually I'm used to working with more tiny bedrooms or tiny spaces. Olivia's room's pretty big for her, but even so, that has its own, but even so, her room's a little weird in how it's laid out. But if you want to see that, I don't know. If you want to see my like tips for like decorating a small room and see what I did with my guest room, and I do want to show you guys some things I did downstairs and some new things. Diego says, I'd like to know your thoughts on the clean beauty movement. I feel like it's always been a thing of like ingredients or this or that, or calling it whatever you want to call it, clean beauty. I've always just wanted to be authentic, and I try to make good decisions, but like I said, I'm just never an absolute type of person. For certain things, I mean, if something I don't know, like if something calls for that, but it's just, I don't know. I don't want to do something just to say I'm doing it, but then really miss something else or show you guys something that I'm like, well, this is actually better. It doesn't fit into this category. I like the thought behind all of that, of course, but it's like, I still just want to be real and share with you guys what I actually use and not just using something because celebrity crush, next car purchase, dream vacation, love your videos. Mandy Hickson, this is my kind of question. She like laid it out and got it done. Okay, celebrity crush, Mark Wahlberg has been my whole life. Mark Wahlberg and Ryan Phillippe though, when I was in high school, even still, I follow him on Instagram and I'm like, both of him and Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg, like 3 a.m., workouts, and I'll get up at like 7:30, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Stephanie, like, it's so great, like, you're so early. Mark Wahlberg's been up for like 4 hours, had 2 meals, posting his like workout sessions, and it's like, good Lord. Brad knows this, it's shameful. Ryan Phillippe, he's still a cutie, but I don't know, I can't figure him out. He's like, I don't know what he's doing. Next car purchase, that's a good question. So we got the Jeep, and I say like we got the Jeep because it's like just, a Jeep is like a fun car. We got a really gorgeous white Rubicon with like white, like the roof is white. I mean, it came with the like fabric roof too, but it's just so much fun. That's like, you can't do that with it. You can't do things that you could do with a Jeep with any other car. Like, we just wanted it for like, we want to take the doors off and like go fun places, and I love that car. So I have been driving the Jeep much more than my car. I still have my car, but I don't know, I'm on the fence. I kind of really want to get something else, but nothing excites me. Like when I get another car, we actually like purchase our cars. I don't want a payment. We've had one lease before years and years ago, and it was a bad experience. Anyone can go get any kind of car. I mean, you see all these people getting all these fancy cars, and you're like, literally anyone can go and sign their life away and pay more than their house every month for a damn car. And it's like, I just don't want to do that. And I love the fact that it feels better that it's paid for, but it's like, but there are things that I want to change. My car is too big, and I have figured that out. I have the biggest Mercedes SUV, the GL, and it is a tank. And it's an older one. I like it. And I thought about getting the newer version when it comes out, but it's too big. I don't want it. It's kind of like Momobile. I don't know. I want something that looks kind of cool and a little edgy, but that's still an SUV, but that's smaller. But I don't like those little beanie looking AMG. We've looked so many times, and we saw that little like, I don't know if it's the GLE, like it looked like a little beanie Mercedes on the back. Like the little beanie ones that have like the lights, and it looked like that, and it was just a little beanie car. And I'm like, okay, well, I would like to put something in the back, but I don't need a third row. I really always thought I did, because, if you got the third row, you don't have to use the third row, but you can always leave it down and just have so much cargo space. I'm like, what for? We have one child. So I really want to get a smaller SUV, but I don't like the way the new GLEs look, which that would be the smaller one. I feel like they look like an Acura on the back. Nothing wrong with that. I just don't, and it's pointy, and I just don't like it. And so, I don't know. The new GLEs have not grown on me. And if I got one, I'd want like a really cool looking one, because I just feel like they look, I don't know. I like the Porsche Cayennes. I think those are nice. If any of you guys have that, let me know, because I don't really know anybody that has one of those. I think they're cute. So like a new little like Porsche Cayenne would be cute and fun. And then I've also thought about a Range Rover Sport, but I don't know how I feel about that either. I don't know I have no clue. So I was kind of on the fence too when we went to look. I saw an S-Class Mercedes. Sorry, I'm keep looking. There's like stuff going on outside. I kind of thought like maybe like a big Mercedes like car, but then I feel like I'm an SUV person. So maybe that's a sign I shouldn't do anything, because I don't know what the hell I want, and I'm just fine, and I don't need anything. I always kind of go back to that. I'm like, Tiffany, you don't need anything. And if I do get something, I want to be really, really excited about it. So, in my dream vacation, I would love to go to Greece. And I want to go back to Paris with Brad. I really want him to see that. But I don't think we'd be planning anything like that until Olivia's a little older. She'd be fine now traveling and stuff, obviously, but I want her to really like understand like the history and like really be able to talk about it when she's older and remember it. Oh, Legally Blonde, she says there will definitely not be a third season of Big Little Lies. Part of me doesn't care. Part of me really wants one though, because it'd be fun to, I don't know. I'm curious. Who's my favorite housewife of Beverly Hills? Denise Richards, but my real favorite, I really like Lisa Rinna. I'm like an OG Lisa Rinna fan. Like I used to watch her on Days of Our Lives when I was way too young to be watching Days of Our Lives. All the people that used to drive me nuts kind of grew on me. I liked Dorit this season. I don't know, I think she's getting a little more real, but it's just still ridiculous. There's still ridiculous things and it's funny. How do you handle difficult times in your life, such as the loss of someone close or something not in control that impacts your life? I've always looked up to you in the way you handle yourself online. That's so sweet. Nikki, thank you very much. I never want to come across like I've got everything figured out, and when I answer these questions, I'm literally just answering them like what I feel. Okay, I've said that a million times. I know it's annoying. I have so many things that are personal, things that I deal with family, and things that are just not appropriate, that I would never talk about. But there's, my gosh, I mean, and you know, you wish you could talk about some things because you want to help other people, and one day maybe I will. I've learned that you can never control someone's behavior, but you can control your reaction to it. If there's a family member that does things that continuously lets you down or impacts you or your family, you don't have to let it impact you or your family. You can ask them to help themselves and to change so that you can be around them so it doesn't impact your family. But at the end of the day, if they don't, you can't do anything about it, and you don't need to keep pushing yourself to try, because you can't. You can't help somebody help themselves, which sucks. The loss of someone close, oh my gosh, like I was telling somebody, I don't know, I see that like as obviously like death, and I can't even tell you like how many funerals I've been to. You need to get help if you need it. If you need to talk to someone, you know, to help you if you're feeling like lost or feeling like overwhelmed with things, talk to someone. But, you know, I've always been pretty aware and pretty, you know, and I've got a great support system with Brad. He's always, you know, if anything ever happens or anything, you know, is troublesome for me, I know I can always talk to him and vice versa. So it's nice to have a support system, whether it's your spouse, whether it's a good friend. Talk to people, you know, let them know what's going on in your life. And it's really sad, I feel like, and you know, sometimes when tragedy happens, it brings out the worst in people. And, you know, sometimes people think that nothing you ever do is enough. You know, you may not be doing exactly what they want you to do, whether it's, you know, be there for them when they've never been there for you, whether it's giving them money when they just expect it because they don't know. I don't know. It's just, people will always do shitty things that are going to impact your life if you allow it to. And sometimes you do have to just separate yourself and not let it. Do you know what I mean? If it is impacting your life, that's an issue. You got to kind of step back. I'm not saying you can just never have anything bad impact your life, of course, but you have to adjust how you react to things, and just try to do the best things for your family. And don't be messy online. I think that it's so easy to air every single thing on Facebook. If you've got a YouTube channel, if you're a YouTuber, which I know a lot of you guys don't, and it's like when I talk about that, you know, I might watch a lot of people. It helps people, I guess, sometimes that are on YouTube if they want to talk about. But I've always been careful about just not coming online and just airing things to be messy and just to get views. People don't need that. People don't need that. People don't need that. Do you know what I mean? How did you and Brad meet? We went to high school together, and then we kept in touch and got together in college. We used to like IM each other. Do you remember like AOL? Like, wait, I'm not even talking about like IMing like circa 2007, 2008. I'm talking like when America Online legit first started, and you would like sign on and it would be like, rah, 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 you know what I mean? And you'd have your little thing and the door would slam in your face, and I kind of, and like, I knew he liked me. We would talk back and forth, and it was kind of always exciting because I knew he liked me, but then we'd be in classes together and he wouldn't talk to me. And then, you know, I always dated other people, and then we went to high school or went to college and kind of just reconnected. And I played hard to get for a very long time. I don't know if I've ever said that, but like we would talk, and I would kind of just, I remember we went to eat one time and I like wouldn't let him pay because I was like, this is not a date. Whenever it worked out. Then you can't be too easy, you know? You gotta make them work for a little bit. Keep that excitement. And I feel like we still kind of have that excitement. It's kind of funny. Like we kind of, I don't know. Are you one of the lucky ones that can eat anything and not gain an ounce? No. Are you updating anything in your house currently? Thank you, Courtney. She said something really sweet after that. Okay, no. No, I'm kidding. No, after the pool, we were like, okay, we're poor. I'm kidding. The pool was such a big thing. Why does my hair look so stringy today? I don't know what's happening. It is stringy, but I'm like, why does it look streaky? Okay. No, so after the pool, we were like, okay, we're done forever. But there's things that we still want to do. We've got to get some windows replaced on the back of the house, just like not things that are fun. My next thing that I really want to do though is I want to make the basement bathroom really cool, kind of like a pool bathroom, because at our house, like the pool is like on the level of the main level of the house, but then on one side of our house we have this huge hill and it drops off, and it's like legit, like the house is like 3 stories on that hill, and there's stairs down from the pool, and you go in this little door, and so you can go into the basement. And I kind of want to make that bathroom down there, like, because it has a shower and everything, a nice spot for like a pool shower. Like if you need to run to the restroom, or if you want to shower off, you can go down there if you want to change, rather than like trudging through the house, through the foyer, going to the bathroom all over the wood floor. I mean, not even like that. Going, like walking on the wood floors, dripping everywhere, you know what I mean. So I want to redo that bathroom because it is very basic. We have not touched a sink. That's one of the rooms. The basement, really, the whole thing, we have not touched anything. I want to rip out the tub and just make a shower, like a curbless, really pretty shower, do the whole thing in tile, like just make it really cool. So I want to do that next, and it's a really small spot, so I think it'll be kind of fun and won't be too crazy. But maybe even before that, because, you know, maybe we could work on that like before next summer or whatever, but I want to get rid of all of our carpet upstairs. It was brand new when we moved in, which, I mean, obviously much better than like old used carpet, so it was brand new. So even though I hated it, I thought whatever, it doesn't offend me because it's new, we'll change it later. So we ripped up all the carpet on the steps, you know, and refinished that. But I want to start with the hallway and get the carpet out of the hallway and lay the hardwood, do the hardwood floors, do all that. And then honestly, I'll be honest, I may be in the minority, I don't know, especially since all of our bedrooms are upstairs, and I hate it when you hear people clopping around on floors upstairs. I like carpet in a bedroom. I just do. I think hardwoods obviously look better and they look beautiful. I would still put a rug though. I just want to get really nice, just low pile, maybe, because ours is kind of shaggy, like nothing. Like I don't want it to be, I just want it to be pretty nice, beautiful carpet in the bedrooms. Not shaggy carpet, just beautiful. Maybe even have like a design in it, like maybe even have like a texture to it, you know, like a pretty, I don't know, just something that doesn't look super basic, but something that's nice. I don't know. So I want to do that. I want to change all starting with the hallway and then doing the rooms. Can you hear them? They sound like they're literally like ripping the whole house down there. Size of mine, the Cha-Cha shirt from L&M, I'm a small in most of her stuff, although these rad shirts fit slightly smaller. I could probably wear a medium in these, but it's fine. I just literally got to the end. I've never done that before in a video. This is probably like a legit an hour long. Let me make sure there's nothing else. Let's see, some of them were held. Oh, did you get a breast augmentation? I'm not answering that question. Okay, I have no idea how long this was, but it was really fun talking and answering your questions. And I loved these questions. I really did feel like you guys asked some different things. Usually I'm scrolling through a lot of things that have already been answered. That's what I did. Like there were a lot of duplicate questions here that I answered in the video, but a lot of things I scroll through because I'm like, oh, I've talked about that in so many videos, or it's just boring. And it's like, I feel like you guys are asking different things, or maybe you're just getting to know me after all these years. But yeah, you guys, I had fun. I had fun talking as always. I could literally do a video like this every week and just talk about random stuff. It is fun. But yeah, sometimes I'm a little hesitant to do these because I'm like, are they gonna ask just the same questions and then I'm not gonna have anything new to talk about? And sometimes I do repeat things, but I feel like this was a really good one. So I'm happy. I'm real happy. I think that this was a good one. And I hope that I answered your questions. I hope that you feel good after watching this and that you enjoyed this and that maybe I made you feel better, or I don't know, maybe I answered your questions about something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just entertained you for an hour. Who knows? Maybe not. But as long as y'all like to hear me yap, I'm just going to keep doing it. It's fun. I love it. I love talking to you guys. I'm so happy that y'all have stuck with me and have been cool. And I said this to someone the other day. I say this to a lot of people, but like you guys are good. You guys are a good bunch of people. I don't know. I hate to say my subscribers or my followers or my this or my that. I hate to say that. But like the people that watch me and that like me, you guys are like really cool people. Anytime I've ever with somebody and like any of you guys come up, I'm always so proud to tell my friend or something like, yeah, like, or someone that I don't even know. I was at a store the other day. Someone came up to me and the woman that was helping me was like, well, that was so nice. I'm like, yeah, the people that watch my videos are like really cool people. And I just appreciate you guys so much. It's fun to talk. I feel like we've shared so much with each other over the years. I can't wait to keep sharing more and to keep going on this journey with you guys. And I just really love y'all so much. So sorry, I know my hands are weird because I have my knees here, so I'm like resting funny. I'm getting tired. I'm getting goofy. So let me let you go. I love y'all. I will talk to you soon, and I'll link to anything that I'm wearing in this video that I didn't even talk about. But anyways, y'all, I'll talk to you later. Bye.